What's going on, guys and girls? If you're watching, it's TM Cycles back with another video. I got an email from a subscriber today, the other day, telling me about this new product that's been on the market and it's blown up by a brand called Muscletech. It's called Clear Muscle. I don't know if anyone's heard of it. He was basically saying he was kind of too scared, basically, to take any form of steroid, but apparently this supplement gave almost the same or better results than being on steroids. Now, no supplement out there will ever be as good or as strong in comparison to a steroid, and that's not being big-headed or that's not being ignorant or anything. Nothing ever legal will ever be as more powerful as a steroid. But this is the product. I hope you guys can see that all right. This is the Muscletech website, and I'll just take you through how the company have marketed the product. So there we have it, Clear Muscle, the clear pill that builds lean muscle and extraordinary results. When you eat right, train with all out intensity where you push yourself past your limits and get a chance to take a breakthrough ingredient, extraordinary results can happen. So that's what's happened to these very well trained athletes taking part in a 12-week clinical study at the University of Tampa. So as always, the supplement company will stick a big roided up freak curling, God knows, 100 kg weight. Supposedly he's taken the product. I can tell you he's definitely not. So this is the breakthrough research at the University of Tampa. So the reason why this product supplement has blown up is due to the research backed by it. I mean, a lot of supplement companies will promote their products, you know, saying this new creatine on the market is going to increase your gains by 6,000%, la 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 la. But this one has supposedly got some research backed up by it. So what they've done is they just stuck a couple of graphs in showing the athletes that took this product gained 16.3 pounds, which is about, I think, 7.4 kilograms if you're in England. There we go, total strength increases, another graph with the word increase, everything's increasing, and it's an ultra concentrated anabolic power. So apparently 2 of these little clear pieces of shit are equivalent to 200 grams of whey protein, which is about 10 scoops of a tub if you're looking at a 20-gram scoop. And that's the 12-week challenge, and you can get started and you can record all the data, etc., on how to lift. But I'll get further into that. Bit at the bottom about how Clear Muscle works, and here what they've done is just throw some big words at some big words out for anyone that doesn't really understand what they mean, but think that it's great because it's a big word and it must work. Again, increase in anabolism and a decrease in catabolism. So what I'll do is I'll go into the study. So after a bit of digging, I did manage to find the actual study itself, which I found was a bit weird, bearing in mind that this so-called breakthrough product that's been represented as one of the best things that's ever happened in the supplement industry ever. There's no link to the study on the website from Muscletech whatsoever. So if you're so proud about this bloody supplement that's just been released, then why haven't you put the study on underneath? That's the first reason why I thought it was a bit weird. So I did manage to find it. It's a big old PDF. I won't read the whole thing, obviously, because we'll be here for days. But that's just a little brief look at what there is involving in the whole study. I'm sad enough to have read through it all today because I had nothing else to do. So what I'll do is I'll just give a brief overview, clear and concise as possible, of the study so you fuckers don't have to read it. Basically, the one group was given this beta-tor compound, which is a beta-hydroxy beta-methylbutyrate, I think I've pronounced that right, which is a metabolite of leucine. So in essence, all they're taking is leucine. One group were given that, so 12 people, and the 12 people were given a placebo. They also completed a 12-week training program. The 1 to 8 weeks were training. The 2 weeks were constructed overload, and the other 2 weeks were a deload week. It was split up into Mondays with hypertrophy, Wednesdays were power days, and heavy lifting on a Friday, so strength basically. And they were also given a structured diet and nutrition training plan, as it says in the study. Yeah, so one group were given 3 grams of this stuff and the other placebo, and from then on, after 12 weeks, these amazing results happened. So what I'll do now is pick apart the study and tell you the things which I find a little bit strange and sort of don't add up. I managed to find the diet that these athletes were given, and it turned out to be a maintenance calorie diet. Now it tells you the athletes' different weights. I think one of the lightest was about 83 kilograms, one of the heaviest was 87, so I just took a mean of 85 kilograms. I worked out their basal metabolic rate and their calorie maintenance, so from their basal metabolic rate, their maintenance calories, and then I put in the percentages of protein, carbs and fat at which they were given macros by the nutritionist there. And after working all that out, I'll give you the grams of each macro that they were on during the 12-week study. It may range a little bit less, a little bit more for other athletes, but basically they were on 121 grams of protein, 247 grams of carbs and 80 grams of fat. Now looking at that, 121 grams of protein in my opinion is not enough for a resistance trained athlete. That was one thing. So if you're on 120 grams of protein a day, I find it very hard how you're going to put on 7.4 kilograms of lean muscle mass. That was the other thing. The second thing which was brought to my attention was that they very much kept saying that these athletes that took part in this study were trained. Now, the longer you've been training for, the harder it gets to increase muscle mass. If you're a beginner, it's very easy for you to put on weight, and you're very adaptable to change, so you're going to put on a lot more muscle mass than someone who's been training for 2 years. Now, I don't know how long they've been training for, but it keeps saying in the study, a very well-trained resistant athlete. So these people are about 21 years of age. They probably started when they was 18, which means they got about 2 to 3 years under their belt. So I don't know how they've gained 7.4 kilograms after 3 years of training in the space of 12 weeks. That was the second thing that stood out to me. The third thing, which someone has said to me that the results were released, but in the initial study it wasn't, that there were no changes in testosterone levels. So their serum testosterone levels were measured. However, there were no changes whatsoever in them for the whole thing. And it also said in brackets that data was not shown. So who knows, they could have been taking gear, they could have been taking absolutely anything. It was also strange for me that there were no changes in testosterone levels, because a 1997 study had a group of trained athletes, and they took the same amount of HMB or leucine over a 10-week trial period, and it actually showed a 20% increase in testosterone levels. Now that's not a huge amount at all in terms of muscle building, but that is a change, and these people were taking exactly the same thing as these athletes were here. So that's the third reason. Number one, they were trained athletes. I don't know how they can put on that much muscle mass in 12 weeks. Number two, very limited diet. 120 grams of protein, in my opinion, is not enough, substantially enough to increase muscle mass. And number three, the testosterone theory. Now that's just my opinion looking at that. People are going to rave about this product, and they're not going to look into the science behind it, and they're just going to be very narrow-minded and look at the study and the big guy on the front and buy it. Listen, let them do what they want. I don't give a fuck if they waste 60, 70 quid on this product. It's not coming out of my bank account. But sure, this product may have worked for these people. It may have worked. This study may be correct, and it's just shown us up a little bit. However, I've seen a couple YouTube reviews on this product that people have actually taken, and they've implemented the same things the trained athletes have, and they have seen no change whatsoever. No change whatsoever. So it's completely up to you whether you want to believe the hype. Try the product out for yourself. Always, never judge a book by its cover. Maybe try it out. I won't be wasting my money on this product because it's about 50 quid in England, and I know what I'd rather spend my 50 quid on. And it definitely wouldn't be this supplement. But it's up to you guys, Try it out, maybe have a look at other reviews. I don't know how this is stead up to other reviews, but that's just my take on it. So yeah, I'll put a couple of the links below to the studies and the actual site itself. And that's about it really. Cheers to all the subscribers, and keep on subscribing. I'll be trying to put a new training video up with me and my partner. We'll try and do one every week now, preferably on a Saturday. Mix it up a bit. We'll probably do a bit of back and buys, I think, this Saturday. But yeah, keep your eyes peeled for that. And yeah, cheers for subscribing and watching.